An emo is someone who
usually just wears like very dark black clothing.
My first impression was like they are like depressed people.
It might just be the dark clothing, but they do look a lot sadder than most people are.
Death and like heavy metal music.
introverted, very introverted. I don't know, socially awkward. Maybe I'm emo, except for the hair.
Hey MTV, welcome to my crib. You get the full house tour. We have a painted over #1. And the first part of our little humble abode is our bathroom. That's not blood. My pride and joy of this entire place, my posters, the only things I care about. We've got my CD player, my skeleton stuff, I have no idea where I got that doll, but I got it from somewhere. The camera? Did I get camera? Camera. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm 18. I'm emo. Crazy concept. I don't know. What's something about me? I really like My Chemical Romance.
So when I was in high school, my mum showed me the Rocky Horror Picture Show for the first time, and it blew my tiny mind. I was like, this is amazing. People are exploring and having fun and doing stuff that I'd never seen because I grew up in a very small country town where I was pretty much the only alternative kid in any way in town.
It came about from punk, funnily enough, because a lot of sort of alternative subcultures have stemmed off punk. It came from emotional hardcore, which became its own fucking, like, it slowly became its own thing to be like emo. A little funny thing about it is punks and emos in the 2000s fucking hated each other. They would beat the shit out of each other. It was like this whole thing. There'd be gangs of emos and punks beating the shit out of each other, which is so funny, because emo came from punk. I really like how fucking emo, like the style, like, yeah, it's not a style, but there is a certain 2000s emo look that people have. That doesn't mean that that's what emo is, I swear to God. Emo and goth, very different cultures. For one, goth is so much fucking older. It did also come from punk, but it came from post-punk, which was in the 80s. Goth, even the fucking style is completely different. Emo has the hair over the eye like this. It's usually a lot flatter, it's usually a lot sharper. A goth hairstyle would be like a bat's nest, like Robert Smith, even though he says he's not goth, but shh. Makeup emo is usually, you get a little bit of guy liner. Goth makeup, oh, full face white. This is traditional goth. This is trad goth. Full white. Blocks, like Susie Sue.
Susie Sue is a big influence. This is how I generally do my sort of makeup. I don't tend to do the more emo style, excessive smudginess on myself, but I do it on other people. I just find on me it doesn't look as great as I want it to.
I don't like to say goth like makeup or emo makeup because like I like to say it's like a 2000s emo look, but it's not the look because it's not the look, it's our look.
My work colleagues have only ever seen me in, I don't know, smart casual. They have noticed that it's all black, but when they see the outfits I go out in, they're usually a bit, oh.
And goth music, I do listen to occasional bit of goth music. It's fun, it's funky. It is very different. It's more synthwavy, it's a lot more monotone. It's way hornier. Emo music isn't very horny, goth music's really horny.
I listen to all sorts of different music. I mean, people assume from the clubs that I go to and the way that I dress that it would be a fairly narrow thing.
I'm known as the MCR guy by a lot of my friends because I will just info dump about them occasionally. It's very fun. I have an MCR tattoo. That's like, come on. I have a Gerard Wall. I really like MCR.
I suppose a lot of people assume that we're all into like kink and Satanism and really serious alternative lifestyles, and not necessarily. There are some people who show up who just like the music and they just like wearing black.
It does not matter how you dress, what your like religious beliefs are, any of that shit. It's just the music. I knew I was not like straight and shit far before I was ever emo. Majority of the emo people I know are at least a little queer. It just kind of was like, oh shit, this is great. I already know this. Oh my God, people are nice about it here. This is great.
You know, if you make a friend in the emo community, they're always suddenly your friend. You can see someone at a club once, and if you see them again, they will say hello. They will be excited to see you again.
I never fit in because I would try to, and I just couldn't, or like, I don't know. I would do everything I could, and I would always be like the person left out on a joke or something. It's found me the only community that I felt like I've ever actually fucking fit in.
What really drew me to the scene was just the acceptance of everybody from everywhere, no matter who they were or what they'd done. There's a lot of acceptance in the scene, and that remains very constant.
It's great for me because I found a community that I think doesn't just hate me for being alive. That's kind of the best way to say it.